Good morning and welcome to today's Smart Business Strategies podcast. I am Anna Wilds, the franchise economist, and I am delighted to have you here. Join me in welcoming my special guest, Nancy Bayo with the Designery. Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
I am super excited for the audience to hear about the Designery. It is a great turnkey design business, but I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm going to let you tell us about it. So start us off.
Thank
Tell us
you.
a little bit about you and the Designery.
I will. So, thank you. I have 25 years of medical device and pharmaceutical sales. And about 5 years ago, I transitioned into franchising. I absolutely love it. This, as I said, is my fifth year. I've been with Homefront Brands for 2 years as of June 1st, and I've been on the Designery the whole time. So, it's been fun.
Fantastic. Hmm.
The
And what
Designery
is,
is, yeah.
yeah, tell us what it does.
Yeah. So the Designery is kitchen, bath, and closets. I like to say it's whole home because we sell cabinets, countertops, flooring, tile, outdoor kitchens, and appliances. And as you mentioned, it is turnkey. Um, there is a showroom. So there's a designer on staff that's working with clients and taking them through the entire process from design, product selection to install.
Wow, comprehensive turnkey, professional. Love it. Great customer experience. I'm just going to share very quickly that this weekend my husband and I went to a big box store for a three
Oh, good.
bathroom renovation. Oh my gosh, what a horrible experience that was. I mean, no expertise, no guidance. Thank gosh. My husband is an engineer who knows how to build buildings, so he knew what to ask. I mean, it was just I was thinking the whole time, oh my gosh, I wish there was a Designery here. I would have had such a better experience. It would have been
I
much
would
more.
not do that.
Uh,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to yourself.
it was really, I won't do it again. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So, what makes the
Yeah.
Designery different from other home service or construction related, bed, bathroom, renovation, kitchen, franchises that are out there?
Yeah. So, number one, the product offering, it's expansive. So, it truly can be one-stop shop. And the showroom is designed to have that elevated customer experience. They're
Hmm.
coming into this very elegant, modern, minimalistic type vibe, which puts them in a buying mood. And they're working with a designer one on one. You had mentioned your experience with a big box store. I think it's important for a customer to have one point of contact. And if there's any questions or anything that comes up, changes, they're not on hold for 9 prompts and hoping the person they spoke to the day before is still there, which chances are they're not. So it just offers the customer a more efficient way of getting the remodel done. I think too, a differentiator is Homefront Brands. We have 6 brands. We have a very strong leadership team. Jeff Duden hires only the best. The gentleman that is the founder and president of the Designery, Casey Ridley, is very experienced in running a designery business. In fact, he still owns and operates 3 showrooms across multiple territories. It's not
Wow.
common that in franchising you have the president of the brand that's still in the trenches operating the same business. So it really helps our owners, whatever they're going through, he's already been through it and he
Right.
can guide them and mentor them accordingly.
Well, speaking of owners, Nancy, what is the role of the owner? How is he or she spending their time on a daily basis?
Yeah, so you can be an owner operator with this business, or you can run it more executive model and hire a general manager. The owner operator or GM is running the day to day. What does that look like? They're monitoring their KPIs, they're executing any marketing initiatives that we've put forth in our marketing playbook. They're
Hmm.
managing their teams. They might be joining in a consultative situation with the designer to help close those deals,
Hmm.
get that proposal to a yes. They're also going out in the community and they're networking. So there's B2C opportunities with this business as well as B2B. The B2B is really getting out there and forming partnerships with contractors, home builders, multi-unit developers, architects. I could keep going. They're
Right.
forming partnerships because we solve a problem for those types of trades. They need somewhere to go for design and for products, and in most cases, installation. So it's a good partnership, and having those relationships, that's some really nice organic lead flow for the designery owner. And then, of course, you have the B2C, which is through your paid efforts and also trade shows and some things like that. You're getting the word out that the designery is in that community.
I wish you were here. I'll get on that, okay, Nancy, to find somebody. All right. Now, who
You need
makes
a
an
designery, Anna.
yes, yes. So, who makes an ideal candidate for the designery? Do they need to come from the trades or construction or any particular, work background to be successful with it?
They do not. And that's the beauty of franchising, right? We have all the
Hmm.
training modules set up both online and in person. So we can accept an owner that has no experience whatsoever. I think it's ideal if they have a passion for this,
Hmm.
especially if they're running the day to day. They have to want to do what they're going to do every day. But we're looking
Hmm.
for people who can lead, make decisions. They have a strong business acumen. They thrive in problem solving. They're very focused on customer satisfaction. And this is a high referral business. You want customers to be satisfied so that they tell their friends and family or even come back for future projects. But the most important is having the ability to and comfort level to go out and network. You want to be able to go out in the community and go to business networking, international meetings, and chamber meetings, hosting lunch and learns, having events in your showroom, doing everything that you can to let it be known in the community that the designery exists. And if they're comfortable with networking, they're going to be comfortable going out and forming partnerships with the B2B side. So
And that's where it
those are
becomes a
probably the
repeat.
big ones.
And that's where it
Yes.
becomes a repeat business from those B2B referral partners. So that's really can be your bread and butter.
We've had some really good success stories, high invoice numbers with some of our owners that are targeting the B2B side. It's a good complement to the B2C, and they can run it however they want. If they want to be more heavily weighted on B2B versus B2C, one's a volume play. The margins might
Mhm.
be a little bit lower, but still attractive. Where the B2C side, the margins are a little bit higher. It's a little bit faster to finish the project because the B2B side could be multifamily. It could be housing development, apartments, townhouses. So it's a good mix to have the ability to go after both sides of the business.
I totally agree. Many, many, many of the
Mm-hmm.
candidates that I work with, Nancy, they're looking for multiple revenue streams. You don't want to put,
Mm-hmm.
all your revenue eggs in one basket. And it being a beautiful combination of B2C and B2B, that hits a sweet spot.
Yes, I agree.
Let's talk about your labor model.
Yes.
Who and how many employees are needed, and does the designery help their owners at all with the recruiting of who they need for their team?
Yes, great question. So we like to start off lean, and there will be some employees that you'll add as you scale. And so we start lean with the owner operator or a general manager. You have a designer on staff, and then you'll have a team of installers. What I'm seeing with some of our owners that they're adding a project manager as they start cash flowing so that they can focus more on building those relationships and handling all the leads that come in. So that project manager is overseeing those installs, taking measurements, things like that. For about every million in sales, you're going to add a designer. Now, how we assist our owners with finding those employees, we have a strategy. We also have some tools that we provide. So we've written out all the job descriptions. We have a third party called Jazz HR. Jazz HR, for a very small monthly fee, will push that job posting out to the masses. And as the candidates start responding to the job posting, their back office tools will help manage every step of that candidate selection process. We also have culture index testing. We're big on that. And so we offer those types of tools so that they can better assess a candidate if they're a good fit for the role that they're looking to fill.
One thing that I found very impressive is that you said, so let's say an owner gets very busy, has a lot of projects all at once. Tell the audience what you do to help the franchisee out in those situations.
Yes, so we have a virtual design team. This virtual design team is there. Look at them as a support role, backup. So let's say they haven't hired a designer yet and they have projects. We've seen it happen over and over again. Through friends and family, they start getting projects practically before they're out of training. So the design team is there to assist them in that case. Let's say you're overloaded with projects. Not a bad problem to have, right? So
That's
you
right.
can use the virtual team to take some things off your designer's plate. Let's say your designer just has questions. They're there to assist them. They have someone to go to for assistance if need be. So I just say they're a good support network for our designers.
Absolutely. I just love that. And that is, again, one of the huge benefits of a franchise. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Lots of backup
That's
and
right.
training support. Yep.
I love that saying. So true.
Yeah, I know. It's a real chestnut. It really has a lot of wisdom in it. Okay, so now the final question is, so this show is called Smart Business Strategies. What is a smart business strategy that the designery uses that you'd like to share with the audience, Nancy?
Yeah, so we utilize a virtual reality software to assist with the whole process with a candidate. So a candidate comes into the showroom, they're working with a designer one-on-one, measurements are taken, a design is created, products are selected, and then they take that final rendering and upload it to virtual reality software. What does that do for a client? They're
Wow.
able to do a virtual walkthrough of that space, and it really helps people visualize the outcome. It gives them a comfort level with the project. It gets them to yes a lot faster. So we're seeing
Mhm.
a higher proposal conversion because of that step that we've incorporated. But it also allows people to make changes faster. And I joke, I remodeled a kitchen. I did not have virtual reality software. I It looked like an operating room when I was done. Like, had I had a virtual reality software, I would have been like, I need some color. I need some
Uh-huh.
depth. I need some backsplash that's got some color. So it was white and very white.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so it would have been an advantage for me to see the outcome before the install happened.
Yeah. Well, for all of us, it would just
Yes,
really, I can see that. So the designer is a high-tech business. That is very cool
high
to use
tech
virtual
business.
reality in it. I love that. That is really fabulous. Well, Nancy, we are out of time. So if someone wants to learn more about the Fabulous Designery, what should they do?
Anna, I think it's really important for any candidate to have the assistance of a seasoned consultant like yourself. I think you've been in business 20 plus years.
Yes. Hmm.
So I would encourage them to reach out to you to start the process. It's an advantage for them to have someone that's going to coach them and mentor them through this process. They have to make a lot of decisions when looking at a business opportunity.
Hmm.
And it's just a lot better for them if they're working with someone like yourself. So that would be my suggestion.
Well, thank you for that, Nancy. And thank you for being on the show. Audience, this is Nancy Bayo with the Designery. All right. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Anna.
And audience, thank you for being here, for watching and listening. And be sure to come back next week because we're going to interview someone that a senior executive who still has his day job that I placed with a franchise. So he's got himself a side hustle. It's with an essential service. You're not going to want to miss it. Hear firsthand from him about his experience and Come back next Wednesday at 11:30 Eastern. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.